it definitely was good to get a win, especially after a couple weeks ago. And what the circumstances were, it was a bummer. I mean, we thought we won it, and to find out we didn't. But it was, from that point, I wanted to put it behind me. I think the best thing I could do was not dawn on it. I wasn't gonna change anything. I just have to learn to be better, and we can be better with those situations, dealing with them. I think it was a positive from that side of things, but also wanted to turn it into a positive of using it to that energy I put into it, the thinking about it into the future. So I try to forget that Sunday morning after the race and then just move forward and had a good couple weeks. The off weekend was good, and got to spend some time with the crew and relax, and it was good to get back racing this weekend. We were on opposite coasts. I was obviously in Florida, so we're coming this way, so good to be over on this side, and then we'll head back tomorrow. But it felt good to get a win here, especially like we talked because a couple weeks ago. So it's good to just back that up, and then any win is great as well. So Kenny was obviously putting the pressure on, and that made it tough. The track, there wasn't a lot of areas you could gain. It was just more the mistakes you would make if you lost the rear, started spinning. You could lose a lot of time in one lap. So I just really tried to focus on applying ourselves good and keeping the traction to the ground in the rear. It wasn't, definitely the layout was a little more simpler. There's nothing's easy, but there was everything was a little tamer, but so everybody, it wasn't hard to get the rhythms down. It was just being consistent and then now incorporating the intensity into it for 20 laps. And obviously, that whole race was, we were pushing the pace pretty hard, but that's good, so we trained for it. That's how we practice. So it's not such a shock at the race. So very thankful.
When Roxon was behind you there, were you already going about as fast as you could go, or did you turn it up when he got right on you?
No, I was, definitely, I think after a few laps we settled in and got a little bit better. By the halfway point, I was able to, we ran into some lappers, but I kind of relaxed a little bit, was able to kind of hit my lines. I found a few better lines as well. And then we both got jacked up, I think, of our fair share on the lappers. So that came out pretty even, but overall, I think as the race went on, I was able to kind of
guys, we got a dozer coming
roll my stuff, roll my corners a little better, and get to the point. So that was better. That was nice. It's kind of loosen up. It was cold out, so it's kind of end up being a little more tighter than normal.
I was just going to ask you about the start. It seemed a little bit different, at least up from the press box. Was it different here? It seemed a little shorter, maybe narrower?
Yeah, we never got out of second gear, or at least I didn't. So yeah, pretty short. And by the time you got kind of on the gas, the bike started to kind of rev out, and then it's time to shut her down. The corner's coming up, so it was a quick, short turn. But also when a track's like this and everybody's doing the same thing, it's very important to get a start because it makes it that much harder to make a pass because everybody is in the same rhythm, in the same line, and it kind of takes away the good lines. So that was really good that we were able to get a start tonight. It was very key, and then I didn't really get it actually. Bogle came up the inside, was able to make the pass, and then go from there. So Bogle made us work for it a little bit.
He pulled a Dungey on you.
He pulled a Dungey on me?
Yeah, came up the inside.
I came up the inside, and he come up the inside, and then I saw that his fender. I was like, I better open this turn a little bit more, but he's fighting for it. I was surprised.